Welcome to the Steve Ames Show with the guitarist Sandy Renda, pianist Mike Iannuzzi, and my special guests, band leader Jerry Drake and author Crystal WOLFE. And now on with the show. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Oh, how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Oh, how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, written by Johnny Marks and introduced by Gene Autry. And now here are the two red-nosed musicians at the guitar, Sandy Renda. And at the keyboard, Mike Iannuzzi. We're opening our show tonight with some of our favorite holiday songs. Here's one popularized by Jimmy Durante on records and television and written by Steve Nelson and Jack Rollins. Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman is a fairy tale, they say, for the children know he was made of snow and he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that high silk hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, look at that Frosty go. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, over the hills of snow. Frosty the Snowman knew the sun was hot that day, and he said, let's run and we'll have some fun now before I melt away. Down to the village with a broomstick in his hand, running here and there all around the square, saying, catch me if you can. He led them down the streets of town, right to a traffic cop, and he only paused a moment when he heard him holler, stop. Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way, but he waved goodbye, saying, don't you cry, I'll be back again someday. Sandy Renda,
Hey, Steve.
Mike Ganuzzi, thank you for helping me sing two of my favorite holiday songs, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman.
There you go.
Well, Sandy, are you looking forward to the holiday season?
Yes. Usually it's very good in our family and so on. Too much food,
Yeah.
but I try to lose 15 pounds in the first couple of days. Then I put 25 on. No, I don't do it that way anymore. I try to keep everything in moderation around the holiday.
Very
because it
good.
gets so out of hand with all the food. But it's really great in general. Yes,
I know
do
you
like
love
the holidays.
Christmas. I know
Yeah,
that.
I do,
That's
yeah.
your favorite holiday.
Yeah.
You told me
It
that
is,
once. And Mike, I know you'll be very busy singing and performing during the holiday season. Tell us about it.
Yes, we will. No Strings is doing a lot of different venues, Christmas tree lightings and things like that. We're very busy with that, and just a lot of, you get a lot of calls around Christmas for different playing opportunities and things like that. So it's very, very busy time.
Give out your website.
The group is No Strings Acapella, and it's all one word, nostringsacapella.com.
One more time.
nostringsacapella.com. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, you can see a lot of our videos, and we're all over the place.
Very good. And Sandy, what's the big number for tonight?
This is a beautiful song, a Rodgers and Hart song. And I heard the guitarist Tony Mottola, which is one of my favorites, play this with a guitar ensemble years ago. But a lot of the players treat it as a jazz song now. It's called Dancing on the Ceiling.
Very nice.
This one's
Dancing.
not by Lionel Richie.
Right.
This is the old one.
The old one by Rodgers and
Rodgers
Hart.
and
Yeah,
Hart.
beautiful song, yeah.
Yes, here is Dancing on the Ceiling, performed by Sandy and Mike. Here he is, making his third appearance on my show, band leader Jerry Drake.
I was just a child, I go to sleep and dream and jump upon the truck so easily. It's what I really wanted to be. With my spotted dog, we'd ride toward danger's way and climb a ladder to save a family. To be the president or a movie star, shaking hands and talking to the press, or leave the hockey rink and meet with all my fans who tell me that I played my very best. But to be a fireman, rush from a firehouse and jump upon the truck so easily, it's what I really wanted to be. It seems so long ago when I was just a child, dreaming of the things my mind could see. Last night I had a dream about the president, movie stars and hockey players too. They were standing in a line to get the autograph of the fireman my dreams once knew. To be a fireman, risk your life each day, and yes, perhaps to die, so others live. It's what I really wanted to be. With my spotted dog, we ride toward danger's way. I climb a ladder to save a family. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry Drake, for coming back on the show. And we introduce a new guest to our show, Crystal Wolfe. Welcome,
so
Crystal.
much. Thank you
Welcome
for having me,
very much.
Steve.
We're going to
Thank
talk to you
you.
in a minute. But first, I want to congratulate you on that beautiful song you just sang.
Thank you.
Tell us who wrote that song.
I wrote it.
You're very good.
It's called To Be a Fireman. Actually, what you just heard was a live performance of that song, and was done right after 9/11. And I wrote it about a month after 9/11, and I performed it for a show called Cancer Care in 2002, in the spring of 2002. So that's a live performance of that song.
And this video we saw, was that recent or was that
It
from
was in
then?
2002.
Okay, and that's
Yeah.
with your band, the
Yes.
Jerry Drake Front Page Orchestra.
Yes, correct.
Which is still going strong.
We're going strong, yes.
I know that only a few months ago we had your entire band via video on the show,
Yes.
doing several of your wonderful samba and rumba compositions.
Yes, yes, that's correct.
And we got a lot of good response on that.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm happy to hear that.
How's your band doing?
Very well. We're performing next week. Oh, this is not dated then, but
You're
we're-
busy.
We're busy performing most every week.
And how many pieces usually?
12 pieces.
12 pieces.
Yes.
With you, that's 12?
No,
including you?
I'm the 13th.
You're
I'm
the
lucky
13th, huh?
13th, yes.
But you are the band leader, and you sing all the songs, and
I write the arrangements for them.
And you write the arrangements, too.
I write the lyrics and the melodies.
And does your band mostly do your original compositions?
Yes, mostly, although we also do the standards.
Right.
Glenn Miller, Tommy Dorsey, those.
Right. The
we do
first
that.
time I saw your band play a Danny Styles birthday party at John's Pizzeria in New York
Yes.
around 2009, 2010, you were playing standards
Yes,
and
yes.
dance music.
Yes.
And you were just wonderful.
Yes, and Danny did play some of my songs on his radio program.
Talk about your CDs. How many CDs do you have out?
5.
5? All right, name them and we'll show them.
Well, we have, oh my goodness, a tribute to the big bands. And then the next one is called Latin Latitudes. And the third one is called Songs from My Heart. The fourth one is more tribute to the big bands. And the last one, the fifth one, is More Songs from My Heart.
Very nice. 5 CDs.
Yes, yes.
Very, very
And,
nice.
so-
And now let's
and
go.
of course, videos on YouTube.
Yes, very, very good. Now, help me discover this young lady.
This is Crystal WOLFE. She's an author and a lecturer. She's a writer, a blogger, and she is also has a 501c company regarding homeless. And I'll let her tell you all about her.
Crystal, welcome back
Thank
again.
you so much, Steve.
Very
I'm grateful
good.
to be here. It's an
Very
honor.
good. Now,
Thank
you've
you.
written 3 books.
Yes.
Tell us about the books.
Okay, so my book, Our Invisible Neighbors, is a comprehensive book on homelessness, and it includes accounts of homelessness. I interviewed a lot of homeless people because I feel like there's a power when people share their testimony, and we can learn from the people and how it's really individual. Every person that becomes homeless has individual reasons.
How many people
but
did you interview for this book?
I interviewed 11 people, and then the final chapter of the 12 accounts of homelessness is the 12th chapter is a synopsis of 77 celebrities that were homeless.
Really?
To show that how this can really happen to anybody. So then the second part of the book is causes of homelessness, misperceptions of homelessness, and then the third part of the book, I really highlight a lot of solutions to homelessness and poverty and domestic violence, which are the 2 leading causes of homelessness. And I interview politicians that have bills that will really help with affordable housing, which plays into homelessness, and social services that can help a lot of different things like Housing First, which is a model that has ended homelessness in areas of America and Canada and Finland.
Very interesting.
So-
When did that book come out?
That book came out September of 2017.
About a year ago. Give
Yes.
us again the title of
Yes,
that book.
Our Invisible Neighbors.
And where can
Yes.
people find that book?
They can get that on Amazon. They can just go on Amazon in the search bar, look for Crystal WOLFE, and all my books will be there. And you can also get it on Kindle, ebooks, bookstores, and libraries.
And what was your second book?
My second book is a poetry book called The Resurrected Dream, and it's poetry and prose. Yes.
Very good.
Thank
Very
you.
good. And your
Thank
third
you.
book?
And my third book is the first in the Creation series. The book is called Where the Shadows Meet the Light. And this is a book that I actually was working on pretty much my whole life. It's the first book that I completed, but the third book that is being published.
And is that a work of fiction? The
Yes,
third
that's
book?
a fiction. It's epic fantasy with sci-fi elements.
Well, you're a very versatile author. You've written 3 books, so your
Yes.
first book is really real life.
Yeah, nonfiction.
Nonfiction
Correct,
interviews, and your
yes.
second book is poetry.
Yes.
And your third book is a work of fiction.
Yes.
What
correct.
inspired you to become a writer?
Well, it was actually a very personal thing. When I was 10, my mother and my sister and I were living with a man who died of alcoholism, and we were briefly homeless. And writing became an anchor for me to get out my feelings in a positive way. So it became an outlet for me, and it's really helped me to overcome difficult circumstances in my life.
You actually began writing at the young age of 10?
Yes.
That's very
Yes,
impressive.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I hear you're also a reporter for several newspapers.
Yes,
Tell us
I've-
about that.
Okay, well, I've written for papers in Manhattan and Queens, New York Press in Manhattan, Queens Ledger, Woodside Herald, Juniper Berry Magazine, Queens Ledger. So I've written for several of them. Yeah, several
Very
different.
good. And what
yeah.
is your connection to the music man here, Jerry Drake, besides being
Yes.
neighbors?
Well,
neighbors.
we are neighbors. Yeah, we're very close. But I speak as an advocate for the homeless in different public meetings because as a reporter, I was going to different community meetings and I would hear a lot of I felt a tax on the homeless and also on the system. Really, it was a tax on the broken system. But I felt like the homeless didn't have a voice, and there was a lot of concerns that the community had, well-meaning people in the community that had concerns that really weren't well-founded, and I wanted to alleviate the community's concerns so that we could work together to help these people, help our neighbors, these people that had been our neighbors, because I think the fear alienated them from really looking at these people as this people that had fallen upon hard times. So Jerry Drake is on the Community Board 5 in Queens, and I was speaking at those meetings, and we kind of became friends because we were both in Maspeth, and we had a lot in common.
Maspeth, Long Island.
Maspeth, Queens.
Queens.
In New York City, correct.
New York City.
Yes, so we met at the meetings, and then we saw each other in town, and we just kind of started talking more, and we became friends. And then I actually have been working for Jerry, helping him to book jobs for his band and helping him with press. Since I am a reporter, I've written newspapers,
Publicity
written
for him.
articles for him in
Publicity, yes.
newspapers.
Well,
yeah,
I think
publicity.
that's wonderful,
Yeah,
Crystal.
and his website. Yes,
Crystal, I
Yes.
want to wish you a lot of good luck
Thank you.
with
Thank
all your
you so
endeavors,
much.
writing
Thank
books
you.
and reporting for the newspaper. And Jerry, before we say goodnight, could you give out your websites and contact information?
It's www.jerrydrake, J with a J, jerrydrake.com. You can email me, jerry@jerrydrake.com. You can go on YouTube, just Google my name, Jerry Drake. There are other Jerry Drakes in this world, but I'm the one that...
You're the musical
I'm
one.
a
Yes.
musical one, yes.
You're the band
yes,
leader.
yes.
Thank
Well,
you.
I want to thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
coming
Thank
back,
you,
Jerry
Steve.
Drake.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And it's nice
Thank
to
you
meet
so
you,
much.
Crystal
Nice to
Wolf.
meet you, Steve. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's hear it for Jerry and
Thank you.
Crystal.
Thank you.
This year marks 100 years since the end of World War I and the first Armistice Day, November 11th, 1918, now known as Veterans Day. Yes, there were many great songs written during World War I. Here's one written by Irving Berlin for the Army Camp show Yip Yip Yapank. I've been a soldier quite a while, and I would like to state the life is simply wonderful, the army food is great. I sleep with 97 others in a wooden hut. I love them all, they all love me, it's very lovely, but oh, how I hate to get up in the morning. Oh, how I'd love to remain in bed. For the hardest blow of all is to hear the bugler call. You've got to get up, you've got to get up, you've got to get up this morning. Someday I'm going to murder the bugler. Someday they're going to find him dead. I'll amputate his reveille and step upon it heavily and spend the rest of my life in bed. A bugler in the army is the luckiest of men. He wakes the boys at 5 and then goes back to bed again. He doesn't have to blow again until the afternoon. If things go right, I think I might become a bugler soon. Oh, how I hate to get up in the morning. Oh, how I'd love to remain in bed. For the hardest blow of all is to hear the bugler call. You've got to get up, you've got to get up, you've got to get up this morning. Someday I'm going to murder the bugler. Someday they're going to find him dead. And then I'll get that other pup, the guy who wakes the bugler up, and spend the rest of my life in bed. Here's the very patriotic song written by George M. Cohan, which had the U.S. troops marching to victory. Over there, send the word over there. that the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming, the drums rum-tumming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer, send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over, over there, over there, over there. Send the word over there, that the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming, the drums rum-tumming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer, send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't get back till it's over, over there. Good night.